Let's turn our attention to multiplying or dividing measurements. And so let's say that we have, I don't know, maybe this is a field and it is, let's say 13 kilometers long and 4.28 kilometers wide. And we want to find out the area here. So we need to multiply these two measurements. Let's take a look here at them quickly. We're saying that the field is 13 kilometers long. Now, we do not know that that is 13.000000 kilometers. We don't know if it's 13.121598. We have no idea what those digits are past the 3 there on the other side of the decimal place. So that's because of however we measured this. So maybe a farmer jumped in the tractor and headed from north to south and using their speedometer or their odometer, and they come up with this value. And then maybe a different measurement was used for this because this is more precise. We have 4.28 kilometers wide. Now we want to multiply these two things together, but we need to make sure that our answer is not suggesting that we know more than we actually do. So the fact that we just have this 13 kilometers, that we have a fairly, imprecise measurement here, doesn't impact our results. So let's head over here. We know that area is length times width. So let's take our 13 kilometers. Let's multiply it by our 4.28 kilometers. And I'm going to do it kind of in this, old school elementary kind of way instead of throwing it into a calculator. So remember that 13 is very different than 13.00. 13.00 is telling us that we have a precise measurement and we know it to 100th of a decimal place. We don't know that. So the best we can do is we can say we have 13 point, I'm going to say in this case here, question mark. We don't know what those digits are. And we're going to multiply that by 4.28 kilometers. So I'm going to line up the decimal point here, and then we're going to multiply these things out. So we're going to start with our 8, and we're going to multiply it by the first question mark. No idea what that is, so I'm going to go question mark. And we're going to go 8 times the second question mark. No idea what that is, so I'm going to go question mark. Now we have the 8 times 3, so that's 24. We'll carry the 2, we'll bring the 4 down. Now we have 8 times 1. That's pretty easy. We've got 8 plus the 2 that we carried over, so we have 10. Great. So we've got 104 question mark. Let's jump over to the 2. We're going to throw a 0 in that placeholder there. 2 times question mark, no idea what that is. 2 times question mark, no idea what that is. 2 times 3, we've got 6. 2 times 1, we've got 2. So we have 2, 6, question mark, 0. Throw a couple more 0 placeholders in there. We're going to jump over to the 4. 4 times question mark, once again, no idea what that is. So question mark, 4 times question mark, 4 times 3, we've got 12, so we're going to carry that 1. Throw the 2 down, and then 4 times 1 is 4. Add that 1 in there, and we have 5. So if we take these now and we add these all up, so 0 plus question mark, no idea what that question mark is, so I'm just going to throw that in there. 0 plus question mark, no idea what that is, so we're going to throw the question mark in there. Question mark plus 4. I guess I've got a really fuzzy kind of 4 in there. I'm really not very confident with that. Really, that 4 has no business being there, but I'll throw that 4 down in red just to suggest that we're really not very confident with that value. And then we have 0 plus 6 plus a question mark. Once again, we don't know what that question mark is, but we'll throw down that 6. I'm going to keep it in red just to indicate that this is the value we got, but it's very fuzzy. Really not sure how accurate that is. And then let's jump over. We've got 1 plus 2, so that's 5, and then we have our 5. And so in our question, we had 4 values to the right of the decimal place. So we're going to bump that decimal place over 4 digits, and we end up with an answer of 55.64 kilometers, in this case here, squared. But once again, we are not confident about the digits at the end. So anything that's in red here, we are not confident about it because we have all of these unknown digits, all these question marks that we've incorporated into our math. And so really that suggests that we can't use them. They are not significant. And we have to then just stick with the ones that we do know. In this case, we know the 2 5s out front. We have 2 significant digits in our final answer. So at best, we can say that we have 2 sig digs. Now we can use that kind of fuzzy 6 as something to round with. So we're going to round this up actually to 56. So at best we can say that the area is 56 square kilometers. That is the best we can do. There is no way that we have enough information to say that this is 55.64 square kilometers. We do not know that because we do not know these values. We do not know that that is 13.00, and thus we can't use any information that was given to us, that we pulled out from these question marks in our final answer. So we have to just stick with the 2 sig digs. Let's go back to our measurements here at the beginning. Notice that the 13 has 2 sig digs and that the 4.28 has 3 sig digs. The most we can get, our answer cannot have more sig digs than the measurement with the least amount of sig digs when we're multiplying and dividing, for the reasons that we just went over here. It's all of those unknowns are just going to make a whole bunch of digits that we're not confident with, so we don't want to use them. And so when multiplying or dividing, your answer cannot have more significant digits, that should be than your measurement with the least number of sig digs. So if we were to just throw this into our calculator, and I'll pull up a calculator here, I've got 4.28 times 13. I end up with 55.64. That's what we measured here using our long multiplication. Recognizing our shorthand here, that the least amount of sig digs comes from this 13, so we can only use these first 2 units. So we have to round our 55.64 to 56 square kilometers.